Hello there, thanks for playing World of Tanks. Thanks for taking a look at this World of Tanks video. Taking a look at my setup here, the package, the numbers for the vehicle here, and the Škoda, whatever it is. Tier 9, Czech medium. And this match is going to be short and simple, nothing really special to it. For the most part here, I want to invite you guys to take a look, to kind of watch the mini map. So obviously here, starting north, team destruction, I'm going to the northwest corner, and there's only one light tank on my team going with me. It's kind of a sloppy look right there. The TVU gets a shot on me, I don't get a shot on the enemy vehicle there. I just wasn't quite ready for that, wasn't paying attention. So it's something to learn from, right? And here I'm noticing on the mini-map that it's just me and this light tank out here. Everybody else is either going to the east part of the map or they're still back at spawn, basically. Not to criticize my teammates, just sort of noticing what's going on. And I noticed so on the mini-map that they have those two light tanks pushing north pretty fast. We're not really able to fight them off, me and this light tank ally, and they have 3 light tanks now coming north and 3 medium tanks coming north pretty fast. I don't think me and my... okay, there goes my light tank ally. Basically, I'm falling back, and I'm repeatedly letting my allies know, at least trying to convey that message. I think sometimes it's really easy to just sort of ignore those messages that people are passing along. And there I'm calling for that other light tank rushing out there to fall back, at least to follow me or whatever, but I guess he insists on trying to be at A3, getting himself surrounded by the enemies. At this point, I'm getting pretty beat up, getting shot by that Tiger 2 that's way down there. I'm moving through that central garden area, indicating the danger that he's presenting, or at least trying to, and just kind of doing my best to stay alive first and foremost, and get shots that I can. And right there I clicked the fire button, but I guess my round hadn't fully reloaded as the enemy vehicle was running in front of my reticle. And if you'll, so at this point I'm just kind of trying to stay safe and take whatever shots I can while trying to stay safe. You see the light tank and the heavy tank coming up the 5 line at me, so basically I have enemies on 2 sides of me effectively. And you can see that at this point, like half the enemy team or something is at B3. It's maybe, I don't know, I mean it for me to have lived that long required that I was responsive to the situation and didn't like somehow insist on staying at B3. You know what I mean? Like I fell back, I was letting my teammates know that I wasn't able to hold that position out there on my own, that I was being effectively overwhelmed, saying falling back, falling back, falling back. And you can see at this point those, like a lot of those heavies that have been pushing down like 7 to 8 down going south, they basically turned, you know, toward the west and are now coming along that D row there, more or less toward all the enemy vehicles that are like D3 through B3 up there in the northwest. And so now we have a few guys going down south along the far east. That one medium coming up north into the middle of the far east there, kind of trying to shoot into the middle of the map. But so basically, our teammates have responded really well to this situation. And I don't want to point out with this video. We're gonna just go ahead and watch it and just kind of continue to observe the outcomes of things, how things progress from that beginning that we were focusing on. The point isn't so much to suggest that I was doing anything, you know, I wasn't like, I don't know, doing anything too particularly spectacular. The point is just to suggest that, you know, a lot of times I think, this isn't to call anybody out, I've been there myself. Sometimes a player would, in my situation, faced with those circumstances that I was faced early on in the match, they might push out to B3 and, you know, insist that you know, that you can't fall back, and just try to hold that position because for some reason it might seem key or important to do so. Yeah, again, I've been there, and had that kind of a mindset myself in playing this game. but it's just sort of suggests that it's okay to learn and play differently than that. And rather than insisting on staying at B3 at the beginning and getting a few shots in and just taking a whole bunch of shots and losing my tank really quickly, and then getting on my mic and insisting that my allies were in the wrong spot, or my allies didn't do a good enough job to protect me or save my hit points or something like that, I fell back. Well, first of all, I recognized the situation. They had a bunch of really fast tanks moving north along the 1 and 2 lines really quickly, and it was just me and one enemy light tank out there, and we weren't going to succeed in a 2-on-4 or a 2-on-6 kind of a situation. We weren't going to come away incredibly effectively in that situation. Sure, we might have taken a couple of vehicles down with us, but that's about the best we could have hoped for, and ultimately we wouldn't have done well. Anyway, I did about the best that I could, falling back with the information that I had available to me, and also I conveyed to my teammates. I made sure I let them know that I'm falling back. I didn't cry out help, help, help. I let them know what I was up to, falling back, falling back, falling back, and that indicated to them that there was something going on up there. That indicated to them that there was some form of danger, some threat to their ally up there in that corner. And again, I was trying to be responsible for my own hit points, not really, holding my own loss of hit points, not holding that against my allies, or trying to pretend that they were responsible. And my allies, generally speaking, as we can see here, they seem to have noticed what was going on, seem to have paid attention, and generally speaking, I think seem to have responded really well. They all kind of coalesced into that northwest corner of the map, stuck together, focused their fire, and moved together pretty much as a unit there. I mean, we had like 4 or 5 vehicles occupying 1 or 2 adjacent squares for a while there, as they were going around cleaning up those enemy vehicles that had moved into the northwest, and also around the center of the map there toward the end. So the point being that you don't necessarily need to insist on occupying one particular square or one particular spot of the match. It is okay to, first of all, to fall back, and secondly, it's important to let your teammates know as much as you can, kind of what you're up against or what you're noticing. Alternatively, if you're falling back, let your teammates know that you're falling back. That's valuable information. And then secondly, let's say you're playing as one of those other teammates. It's worthwhile to notice what's going on. Pay attention to your teammates. Pay attention to the enemy movements and respond accordingly. Thanks for playing World of Tanks. Thanks for taking a look at this World of Tanks video.